G'day guys, thank you for joining me. I'm Boat. We're off to a big fight in episode 14. Thank you very much for joining me. If you saw last episode, you would have realized that Nikari and I got into a bit of a bit of a fight, and now we're starting off episode 4 with a cinematic battle against Nikari. So let's get things underway, and then after the fight, let's talk about what are the goals for episode 14. Let's go, guys. We got a major big battle here, guys. Now this is one of the first few times where I haven't been rushing the enemy. The strategy here is a lot different. So what we did is we set up on this hill right at the back, well, as far back as we could, and we also set up some units in the trees here. Now beastmen have no problem fighting in trees. They receive no penalty fighting in trees, but other armies do. For example, the Slaanesh army that we're against right now. So I want to fight in the trees where I can. So here I have set up a lot of infantry, right? Now jumping over to the Slaanesh forces, we have, he's got big monster units, right? Strong infantry, right? Chosen of Slaanesh. He's got these guys of Slaanesh, I forget their names. Forsaken of Slaanesh. He also has some Dark Elf units, right, which is pretty cool and really nice colors there. He also has set up in the forest as well. He has most of his big chosen units here, some chariots, and this is why I want to fight in the forest. He also has a keeper, a Slaanesh keeper or something, I believe, and a big soul grinder of Slaanesh as well. So he's pretty strong in the forest, but it's the forest, right? Some chosen cavalry as well of Slaanesh. So really, really cool. So he's steading up, and the strategy here, guys, the strategy was to use Khazrak and my wizard, my Bray Shaman, to lure Nikari to come to the army in the hill, right? To separate Nikari from his army. So here Khazrak is trying to goad Nikari into charging. We're using magic to get him to charge as well. And this was a strategy. We want to separate Nikari from his army and take out Nikari quick smart, and then focus on the rest. So that was our strategy for the fight. And it works, right? With magic, the AI is now thinking, okay, we have to move, we have to attack. We can't just sit here and take all of this magic damage. So I'm slowly trying to goad Nikari and his armies to charge forward, and it works, right? So Khazrak is going to go on his own. Khazrak is a machine, really, really good unit to have with the Sword of Cain, because he's quick, he has weight, so he can move through crowds, and really, really great unit to have the Sword of Cain, right? So my army is still here at the back. Khazrak is now way in their back line and just picking units to attack. He is very fast, and Nikari has some faster units, but those faster units can't really hurt Khazrak, so I'm fairly safe. So our plan works. The Bray Shaman manages to lure Nikari and one of his wizards, it's one of his spellcasters as well. So our plan works, and we're goading Nikari all the way to my army, right? And look at this surround. He gets surrounded by Minotaurs. We got our Manticore coming in, and we're just throwing spears, javelins, and everything at him, right? And silly Nikari gets stuck. And basically, he's donezo. That's it, right? Within a few seconds, Nikari is out of the battle, and exactly what we needed. So he's gone. Now we need to focus on the rest of his units. So Khazrak in the back, like I said, all on his own. Khazrak can pretty much choose who he wants to fight. Here he's chasing down the wizard, and within a few hits, the wizard's gone, right? The wizard can't fight Khazrak. Khazrak has over 1,000 weapon damage, right? So he's an absolute monster. He's fast, and now Nikari has some fast units like the Slaaneshi Fiends, but if they catch and surround Khazrak's just going to kill them all and keep going, right? So Khazrak is just causing havoc to his backline. Now over in the forest, his forces move in and we engage, right? The Soul Grinder going to do really well against my infantry, of course, but we outnumber them here like 5 to 1, right? They have maybe 3 units here, and I have like maybe not 5 to 1, maybe 1 to 3. He has about 3 units here, and I have about 5-6 units, right? So we outnumber them easily. And again, we don't take any penalty fighting here. They do. So this works in our favor as well. Even though they're quite a beefy infantry line, we just outnumber and surround, and we're fighting in a forest. So happy days for the Beastmen, right? Again, this was the strategy, and it works out super well. Now, like I said earlier, Khazrak could run into trouble with the Fiends because Fiends are faster, but Khazrak is a machine, right? I was not worried in the slightest that Khazrak gets surrounded here, because every swing of Khazrak's sword and every attack of the boar, Khazrak kills one Fiend, right? Boom, there goes one, right? It's just really, really nice. There goes another, right? And the boar killing, right? They're just dropping, and eventually they're going to disintegrate because they are demons. So worked out really, really well. Now back over in the forest, it's a bit of a stalemate, right? They have good infantry. My infantry's not as good, but we outnumber and we're fighting in a forest. So that sort of stalemates it out. Plus they got, a Soul Grinder around here. There he is. Now that Soul Grinder is just shredding my units, but I still have some more units in reserve that haven't engaged yet, and it's a good fight, right? The forest is a good place for the Beastmen to fight. I always recommend fighting in the forest if you're Beastmen. Now again, Khazrak is just choosing who he wants to fight, right? Again, these Chosen are trying to engage and surround, but Khazrak just goes around and goes for a much juicier target and can pretty much just pick whatever he wants, right? So here Khazrak is kiting maybe 5 or 6 units, while some units are engaging the forest and some units are engaging my force at the back there at the hill. Khazrak spots some ranged units. Juicy target for Khazrak. Some shades here, and Khazrak is just going to chop them to bits. It's such a fun fight. Lots of strategy here, and I think, well, in my opinion, I pulled it off pretty well. Now Khazrak spots some Chosen who are engaged, not paying attention, and he gets a beautiful side charge in. Now he gets followed by this Keeper of Change, I think, or Keeper or something. I'm very bad with the names. But again, not too worried. And then here comes the rest of my army, right? Big Minotaurs with great weapons are going to chop straight through the armor of the Chosen. That Keeper of Change or Keeper of Slaanesh dies very quickly as well, because we have anti-large range as well. So absolutely fantastic. The fight worked out really, really nice. And finally their front line of Chosen make it into my line. But again, we outnumber. We got Khazrak, Minotaurs going to disrupt their formations, right? Knock them over. Just all round, really great devastation, right? Now we've got a few Slaanesh Gors or Slan Gors fighting against Slaanesh faction, which is pretty cool. And they're just going to lob axes and javelins all day into these guys. My Manticore and my Boars here trying to pin down that cavalry unit, but they escape. And you'll notice that Khazrak, everywhere there's a big engagement, Khazrak is there, right? Khazrak has the speed, and now with the Sword of Cain, he has the killing potential. So on a big map like this where we can move a lot, Khazrak is perfect, right? Because he can just find engagements where we need a little bit of help, and he changes that tide, right? Until we win, right? So over in the forest, things are not looking good. Their chariots are breaking. Their Soul Grinder right now is disintegrating. So we're winning, guys. We pretty much wipe out his army here through really, really good strategy and through goading the AI to attack. and fighting in good positions, right? So really enjoyable fight. Very awesome to see as well. And Khazrak again, popping up where we need him. And the Soul Grind is dead and we win, guys. Alright, really nice. Well, we whooped their butt. And Nikari sort of just charged in, gun-ho, and which I was planning on. And yeah, he got shot up. So, boom, we've taken out Nikari, one of the biggest Chaos leaders, Chaos Lord leaders, I don't know. I just want to say thank you guys for joining me again. This is episode 14. We're nearly at 15 episodes, really cool. I'm really excited to reach 20. And I think maybe when I reach 20, I might start a new campaign just to keep things fresh, but I will still continue this as well. So I'll have some, excuse me, some fights will be, you know, this Beastman campaign, and some fights will be on the new episodes, I should say, will be on the new one. Now we've got an ambush over here. We got the undead. We're going to fight this too. So, you know, episode 14's kicking off with 2 cinematic fights straight away. Let's go. Okay guys, we have managed to ambush one of Heinrich Kemmler's army, so we're up against the vampire counts here. And with our Zangors, the magic shields of Zinch, we do really well, right? Again, all ambushes we get into, we're gonna slaughter, right? They're already breaking. Now the strategy here was Malagor is gonna go to the north of the ambush, right? And where there's some space, and summon Cygors, right? Malagor can have the ability to summon 2 Cygors nearly instantly, right? And these guys are going to have a perfect line of sight over the whole battle, and hopefully not clip into or do any friendly fire to my units, right? So we got the nice angle. Now their leader was trying to escape to that big square there, but I saw this, so I summoned a Cygor in his path, right? So this Cygor is here to hold him still. I don't know, being a vampire count, if he could have escaped or not this ambush, but he tried. And I say no, we're going to put a Cygor right on him. So this Cygor is going to hammer down his big rock on his head, turn him into a pulp. So that guy holds him there, and he's a wizard against the Cygor. The Cygor will win. Now over to the main part of the fight. Toward the end, we got these Cairn Wraith cavalry kind of units. But now they're breaking. Everything's breaking. Their mortis engine still holding out slightly, but a lot of their units are just falling to ash, falling to bits. Yeah, we just hit them hard and hit them fast, like every ambush we've been doing. That's the great success of the Beastmen, is get as many ambush fights as possible. This is where we have the most success. And with that, guys, they're crumbling, and it's just a matter of time before they hit the dust. Oh, that's a nice throw. And we win, guys. Really fun cinematic fight. Alright, nice and easy. Let's take the healing on that. My War Gore got hurt quite a lot, but oof, just fights everywhere. Well, we definitely cannot win this one. I'll let them have it. 2 big stacks. Pretty decent armies. You can have it. Unfortunately, Heinrich, being a little bastard. Not to worry. We're just going to take them one army at a time, pull them apart. Not a problem. They didn't even raise that herdstone, which is good. Now Malagor's taken some attrition. Defeated Nikari, very good. Warherd of the One-Eye access the challenges, okay. That must be from the summons. Very nice. Now we're a little bit hurt. But, no. We should be able to get the ambush on one of them. And Maybe we'll try and ambush this one, or we might not be able to because he's in front. But either way, we can do that. Now let's check out what everyone else is doing. We want to make sure... Okay, Taurox. Helmet. Pretty beefy. That's right, we're chasing down Balthazar. I remember now. Oh, we've got Balthazar there as well. Very good. Let's go check on Morga. Morga up north. Let's do a jump over. We're going to start bashing up Throg, the ice giant. Let's head over to Malagor. We got 1, 2, 3. We got lots of armies coming in. Alistair the White as well. So we're not going to chase down. We're not going to chase down this army over here. That would be crazy. We're going to defend this herdstone. Let's make it a bit more beefier. 6,000. Yeah, we got the money. We got the money. We get Cygors. No. Low bestial rage. Yeah, you'll fight soon. You'll fight soon. Don't worry. So let's jump over to Taurox, who's going to be ambushing Balthazar. Couldn't get away. Could not get away. Hopefully get an ambush as well. Ambush, and he's in march stance, and he's pretty much dead. Let's get rid of him. Very nice. Okay, Taurox the Brass Bull. Let's keep upgrading this, or we get this. Yeah, we'll get the explosion. Help us with the attack. So we need to take out these 3, 4. I would like to take out those and swing around here. So you should have 6 settlements. 7 settlements. Okay, that's Taurox's job. Let's jump over to Malagor. No, that's quite annoying. And let's try to get... Oh, I can get him. Let's go for him. See if we get the ambush. Pyrrhic victory. Even though we ambush. Okay, here we go. Battle number 3, guys. Against the vampires. Really good, you know, fight diversity so far. Some vampires, you know, Slaanesh. Let's get into it, guys. Battle number 3. Battle number 3, we get another ambush on the undead, the vampire counts. Now here we've got a really nice bird's eye view of what Malagor will see every time he fights a battle. Gets a really nice aerial view of the ambush, right, of the battle. So again, what we did strategy-wise, we just want to line up our infantry with any of their spears or anti-large, and then use our anti-large to take out their strong infantry or monsters to tie them down. And that's what we do here with these Chaos Spawn, as you can see, of Tzeentch. We're going to use them to tie up some of their, what do you call these, cavalry guys? Yep, they're cavalry. Yep, Black Knights, I believe. And we're just going to tie them up as quick as possible using chariots and all of these kinds of things. Also, these large vampire monster flying units. Again, I forget what they're called. I really have to play a vampire campaign to remember their names. But really, really cool models, and we tie them up with our centaurs, and we're just shooting arrows into them. So that was the plan there. Moving back to Malagor with an overview of the whole map, we can see that toward the front here, it's just zombies basically, and even Malagor gets into a bit of the action, right? Normally I don't use him to fight, but with zombies that are crumbling, let's get Malagor. Get his blacks nice and bloodied. So they're crumbling. A lot of their units, their weak units, are crumbling, and I believe they just have some grave guard, which we should see up here. Yes, toward the front of the battle, they have some grave guard, right? They're stronger infantry, and what I do strategy-wise to counter this is, here's the Wargor, again fighting, doing good job, really, really good job fighting Skelly boys and zombies, just holding these chaff down and nothing to worry about for him. But over to the very front, like I said, is the Grave Guard, and to combat these guys I put my stronger infantry on them and surround, right? Here we got Bestigors with great weapons, Zangor, great weapons and shields, and they crumble and we win. Another victory for Malagor. Okay, another easy victory. Let's take the healing. And he's gone away, so hopefully we can do the exact same thing to Heinrich. Heinrich's moving. Okay, okay. Can we take Heinrich's? A lot of zombies. A lot of Graveguard with great weapons. Pretty strong. Let's go in hidden encampment. Move a little further south. Hopefully we can get him in ambush if he decides to push or whatever. Let's see. Hopefully that works. Hopefully that works. Let's do some upgrades. Unholy Power 10, Crowfather, Harpies, Missile Strength 20%. Hero 10%, Hero Success Chance, Mark of the Crows, another Unending Flock of Doom. What? Okay. Okay. Vigor loss reduction in speed. Let's go for that. And go for that as well. Wargor make definitely a lot more defensive. And let's jump to... I can't field another army yet, can I? Because I need to unlock level 8. And we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to get all the way here to get a lot more armies. It's kind of annoying. Taurox can't move. Morgo can't move. This boy just moved. Let's upgrade this. Skill points. Again, Shadow. Sure, why not? More skill points. Let's go scouting. Low bestial rage, we know. Damage buildings. Yeah. That makes sense. Let's skip turn. Alright guys, as you know, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, help me out. The series is getting more and more views and it's pretty cool. More and more subscribers. Soon we'll reach 100 subscribers, which sounds like nothing at all, but that's good. Everyone starts somewhere. So let's see what this AI does. 95 left. There we go, a close victory. We're going to lose that centaur. And we've already fought so many of these fights, so let's just skip that. Take the healing. Gotten rid of Heinrich. So now it's the perfect time to push his big settlements and start taking over his land, start destroying places. And now we should be at war with the north too, because Morgo is going to defeat Heinrich. Spell resistance, okay. For the Lord's army, very nice. There's Kemla. More upgrades. Lots and lots of upgrades. I really don't know what I'm going for here, guys. Sure, let's get that. And let's get that. Why not? Wargor. Defense gone up. Will of the Dark Gods. Okay. Sure. Sure. Let's keep upgrading this. So he's big garrison, very big garrison. I should be able to get Heinrich in an ambush, hopefully. He's got another army there, and he's got Marienburg. Let's save our money. Taurox. Going to be moving over here. Wolfram. Pretty beefy garrison too. Shaman. Spread corruption, sure. Let's jump over to Morgur, guys, and take on the Norskins. Morgur needs to get some fights going. Yeah, sure. Now Bellacor's at war with us. So we got a close victory. I want to fight this one, guys, because we haven't seen the Norskins yet, even though I know this is going to be a whooping. But enjoy the cinematic battle anyway. Battle number 4. Okay guys, our first fight at a Norscan settlement, and it looks really cool. I really like the bones, kind of gives you that kind of whaler feel, but still being quite Nordic and quite Viking-like. Right, so we've entered the city, or the settlement I should say, on 2 fronts, right? We've got our Gorgon leading this side, and the other side that you saw previously at the start is where we have more of our infantry, right? Here we got the Gorgon who can, you know, smash through infantry even though they're spears, because he is backed up by more infantry, Goreherd with 2 weapons, dual wielding, and some Pestigors there with shields, right? So this is the one side of the entrance, right, where we just surrounding, and having our Gorgon fight. Now they didn't have a very big settlement, but I thought I'd turn this into a cinematic battle anyway, because we haven't seen this settlement and we haven't seen the Norskins fight in a cinematic battle. And look at it, it looks really nice, right? That kind of backdrop with the tundra, and it looks good. So I used my Harpies here to try and get those skirmisher cavalry, but they backed them up with these Norscan marauders, their infantry, so I retreat my Harpies and get my Harpies to rear charge, which is quite nice, into these guys. Now these guys have to deal with Chaos Spawn of Nurgle, or Nurgle Spawn, and my infantry, right? My Pestigors. I believe Malagor is over on this side as well. We should be seeing him soon. And yeah, really good. So again, not a beefy garrison, so not much of a challenge, but really nice to see these Norskins get splattered by these Nurgle Spawn. Now the Nurgle Spawn get regeneration, so definitely a lot more tankier. They take damage and they just regenerate, so very nice. And they are anti-infantry, so they're going to whoop them. Now here's Morgur, the Shadowgave, right, doing what he does best. I'm still not sure whether this guy should be in melee or sort of back as a wizardy or supporter character, but in a settlement fight like this where there's not much challenge, I don't see why he cannot be in the melee as well. Now we're fighting for this flag here. They do have some, I think there's my Chaos Spawn dying that the Shadowgave summoned in, or spawned in. They're retreating from the banner, right? So this whole side we're taking, and now it's pretty much just that side with the Gorgon. Now the Gorgon runs off on his own because he is really just dealing with a few throwing axe guys. So Gorgon can definitely handle himself here, but I don't want him to be unsupported for too long. So my Harpies are going to come and give some backup. As you can see, those axes, right? Now he's a very large unit, and I don't want them to be throwing ranged into him for too long. So this skirmisher unit up here on the hill giving me some trouble. I can't really chase it down, so I kind of let them go. Well, they kind of leave anyway, as you can see. But yeah, really nice fight. I mean, have a look at this map. Doesn't that look cool? This epic tundra, and then in the middle of it there's this settlement. So here's the rest of the army coming into backup, and they're shaking, right? They're wavering. They're about to rout, and we're about to win. But it looks really awesome just to see a horde of beastmen just charging through the city, trying to get further and further into the center of the city. And with that, guys, they're running. You can see here they're running. These guys are turning back, but they should be running the other way. And with that guys, we win this fight. We win the settlement. Alright guys, we've taken over Pack Ice Bay. Very nice. Let's check out the buildings. Khazrak. Oh, it's a bit laggy. So we're being sieged. We got a fair few. Lots of movement. And oi, we got Grand Hierophant, alright. Hierophant. No sé. I don't know. Oops, my Spanish slipped out there. No, I don't want to perform that. So Malagor pushed back Heinrich. I wonder if we can get him in a fight. Let's find out. We want to keep pushing our advantage while we can. And yes, so we got a decisive victory. Let's take him out of the picture. Very nice. I'll take the healing, thank you. Cop that, you big jerk. Let's keep making this guy a foe seeker. I really want to get this rank 11. We can choose one of the gods. So here is the Undivided, Chaos Undivided. We get 1 to Bestigor, Herd, Armor, Weapon Strength. Pretty nice, actually. Zinch, we get, more Zangor. And we get Magical Attack plus a Barrier. Could be quite good. Enables soporific musk attacks. Okay, pretty good. Musk, a lot. I keep jumping to my Spanish. A lot faster, right? Which is good. Corn Gore, right, could be good. And then we got Regeneration, right, which could be good for a tanky boy. Now this is Malagor's army, so I don't know if I want to devote him to something that's not Zinch, since Malagor's very Zinchy. We could just go really thematic. But anyway, I'm talking too much, so let's put that there. We got that going well. Let's go quickly check out Torox, who went down south. Who's going to sort out these nerds over here. He can't move currently. But let's jump back to Khazrak, because Khazrak's got some fighting to do. Now, we've been through 4 battles so far. I reckon we got another 2 in us at least. Let's get rid of this guy sieging. Yep, he's running, as I thought. Now, if we get reinforced, then it's a... Yeah. It's an ambush and reinforce. Because of the bug guys, I'm not going to fight this one. And I really, really want to, because got some pretty cool units and he's a legendary lord. But again, if you've seen the past couple of episodes, I keep getting this bug in this specific area. So I'm just going to take it, okay, guys? I'm sorry. We will have more time for really good cinematic fights in the future, but yeah, I can't really afford that. I'm sure you guys have seen it. If you've been watching, hopefully, you would have seen it. So we get Army with the Chaos Undivided. This is pretty good. I actually like this. But I might go this to get the Cygors going. And we got the Dosh. We got the money. Low Bestial Rage. I'm sure that's Morga. Yep. He can't move. Let's check out our Dread. Let's get another one of you and another one of you, since we're upgrading those. And let's go more of that. So we spent a lot of Dread there, but it's all good. All good. Skip turn. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys seen that bug. Have you guys run into any other bugs in this game yet? I haven't. Well, Immortal Empires, I should say. I haven't really noticed any big bugs, except for that one when I get the ambush and I just sort of appear at the top part of the map and I can't fight anything. And I don't know, if you've seen that, if you've been watching the episode, you would have seen it. But yeah, have you guys noticed it? Let me know. So far, it's been running quite smoothly. I'm really, really enjoying this campaign, and even though it looks and feels like we've taken over a lot, the map is so massive. We have so much more to do and conquer. So I'm really loving this, and even though there is that bug, I'm pretty fine with it. I mean, obviously I want them to fix it, but I'm fine for the moment. Let's take the healing. Receive a plague, sure, sounds good. Now let's go keep on sacking. Now we put our Herdstone here, and we got some targets, right? We're at war with Be'lakor as well. Would be cool to put Herdstone over there. Now we take attrition here in the snow. So we want to move with our underway, and that way we don't take attrition, right? Now we're playing smart. Now, there are no enemies.
No.
Let's move down. Everyone's run and scared away now. In fact, I'm going to perform the ritual here, and we're going to move further south, and I would really love to put a herdstone there. So let's perform the ritual. Boom. 42 marks of ruination. We just hit herdstone 6, right? So army capacity 4. I don't know if can we recruit anymore? Yes, we can. We got 4 out of 5. We can recruit one more. Slar the Man Ripper. 10 strength, 8 melee, or a Beast Lord. Fleet-footed. So he's already level 2. Weapon strength for Minotaur units, pretty good. Aggressive, 10% weapon strength. Let's go with Zush, the Rat Eater. Okay, sure, why not? And we'll get him over here. We've got a Doom Bull, which is pretty cool. Let's get Cygor and... Yeah, let's get a Cygor, and we'll go Manticore for now. He can only recruit 2 at a time. Let's check out the global recruiting, actually. Global recruits. What am I doing? Let's get a few of you guys, a couple of you, just as a basic infantry. We'll get 2 harpies because I'm kind of liking the harpies. We'll have to wait a turn. Oh no, we may as well. It's going to take 2 turns. Get some archers. Since that's going to take 2 turns, we may as well. And yeah, we'll see how we go from there. Alright, Lord Not Moved. Taurox. He's gone down there. How strong are you? Not super strong. How strong is Plightdorf? Not super strong. I can't quite reach it though, and he's not recruiting, so that's okay. Let's just pop here. Okay, there's a hero. Not too bad. The Undead. Ooh, Skarsnik. Okay, very cool, very cool. Malagor hasn't moved.
Do not mistake me.
It's pretty strong. No, I keep doing that. Let's upgrade this again to the final one. This army doesn't, or it could be pretty strong actually. Let's, how big are you? Pretty strong as well. No, I keep doing it. Let's move to about here. Right, he can just reach us, but we can run, and his army's pretty crap. Let's skip turn, see what the AI does. Hopefully we can get a couple of more big battles. I would like to put a big herdstone in the middle of Avalon and just corrupt the hell out of Ulthuan. We've already taken the north. We've taken the Shrine of Cain. And we're going to build up an army there anyway. So he's going to be like a defending kind of guy, and Khazrak is going to be the guy on the offense, right? Once he's done with the place, he's going to go elsewhere, and we're going to raise armies to defend that area and just stop other armies from coming in and taking over and just keeping everything destroyed, basically. So Wilhelm, Bylor, he's recruiting, which is okay. Thank you. Okay, cool. Raise the following settlement as a quest. Have to keep an eye on him. He's moved, he's gone. So let's push onto Montfort. So he's gone that way, okay. Decisive victory, sure. Ooh, that's a chunk of money. I like that, I like that. Now, I am auto-resolving a lot of fights, guys. That's because I'm trying to get these big fights for you. And we've seen a whole lot. And, you know, if I fight every single fight, we can't really move through the campaign as much. Let's go Mantle of Crows. So he did well, thanks to Malagor. Taurox is down here. He's recruiting, and we don't want him to do that. So let's put pressure on. Valiant Defeat. Let's see what he does. Hopefully we start getting attrition building. Let's check our tech as well, guys. Again, we are... Oh, we're getting this for sure. Right, that'll be great for Malagor's army. He'll be able to summon 3 in that case, I think. Khazrak. Look at this. Alright, well, we can't go down towards Avalon just yet. Because these skeleton nerds are threatening us. And we need to wipe out Nakari as well. Okay. No, I don't want to upgrade that. I really do want to record a Cygor, but at the moment it'll take 2 turns and I want to defend it. Let's get a giant in this guy's army. It's going to take 2 turns. And let's get 3 harpies. And then we'll just go some more of these just to fill it out. Eventually we'll replace them. We might get some heroes for this guy as well. A caster would be great. Let's jump over to Morgur. Put pressure on again. The altar of the Crimson Harvest. Sounds cool. A close defeat. Whoa, this is a beefy garrison. Let's surround it. Hopefully I'm not taking attrition. That's not good. That is not good. If that's a no-go, we can hop across and do that. Let's skip. Let's see what the AI does. Let's see what the Skelly Boy does. Now, we will probably get a ambush again, and I don't want to skip, but I might have to. I really don't. If not, we'll go and get these High Elves. Yeah, they ran away. Okay, that's good. Once he starts recruiting more and more, this will be super defensible, and we won't have to worry. He may get some low bestial rate since he won't be fighting as much, or we could just put him in raid stance. My accent keeps changing. But yeah, things are going good. Yeah, so he wants to fight. We're gonna have to retreat, guys. Throg is there. I just saw Throg. What is this? Javislav will lose bestial rage. No. Malagor will hurt revealed. So they've run away. He's still recruiting. Let's upgrade that. Let's not spend too much money. This guy's leveling. Let's just go with that, sure. Okay.
This is absurd.
Decent army. Decent army. Which is good. Let's go over here. So Throg. Whoa. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this, and we'll go for this one next. And keep fighting, which is good. So these humans didn't sally forth, so they're taking attrition, which is great. Other than that, let's see what Heinrich has done. So he has left Marienburg, he's gone south, Wilhelm. Let's try and catch him. He might try and go for this and reinforce, and then boom, which is good. Maybe we can recruit something. Let's go Archer, actually. Sure. 85%. Hopefully that's okay. Malagor, let's go for this fight, guys. Let's go against the High Elves, push them back. An ambush. Let's get into it. Let's see the Sword of Cain do its thing. Let's go. Battle number 5, I believe. Okay guys, we've caught the High Elves in an ambush, and again this is a slaughter, but I really wanted to show this as a cinematic battle because it just looks awesome. Just very chaotic, lots of carnage, right? And a little bit different because we have these Alarial treemen here, but the result is the same guys, an absolute slaughter. So over here on the hill I've got Slangor just adding pressure to anything that comes near them. These guys doing great against their bird, right? Anti-large throwing weapons against a large unit. Super nice. Jabberslice doing great, you know, rear charges coming in. These Sisters of Avalon, where I was a little bit worried about them because they are fantastic ranged unit. But as soon as if we can tie them down, they're no threat, right? Especially with this giant Jabberslice running in like that. They can't really do any damage to us. So, yep, that's the strategy, guys. Get in nice and fast and charge, right? And that's what we do. And it's just a beautiful bloodbath. It's the best way to describe it, a beautiful bloodbath. Now this fight went over really quickly, so I had to edit this fight to make it look longer than what it actually was, because it was a huge bloodbath. And they're running now, guys, so we win. The Sisters of Avalon have had enough, and we won. Okay, just like I thought, a super slaughter. It's going to be hard to film that one. Khazrak did really well. Khazrak, I don't know if I can check right now, but his weapon strength is redonkulous. I think it was, let's have a check. 943 weapon strength. And then when I cast his Onslaught, it goes to 1.1. And then when I casted the Occam's Razor on top, it goes to 1.3 weapon strength, right? And he's just slaughtering guys. Really cool. So let's put him back in encamp stance and move back. This is the fun with encamp stance, guys. I recommend if you're going to play a Beastman army, really go for go for the stats that improve your ambush, right? Because we're sitting at 100 and we're always going to catch armies coming in front of us in march stance, just like you guys saw right there. So that was really cool. Let's see if we can get a hero. No, we can't, because this guy buildings suck. He needs more. He needs to go to rank 3, unfortunately. We could get a Bra Shaman. Bray, I keep saying Bra, like he's my bra. Let's skip turn, guys, and hopefully we can get Khazrak pushing in a little bit further south, so we can get into the heart of Ulthuan and again rock their world. Just maybe not rock their world. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about when I speak. I don't know if you guys make videos on YouTube, but I feel I have to fill dead space with speech, and and when I force myself to do that, sometimes I say stupid things, which you may have noticed. And I say a lot. You know, maybe someone should count how many times I say in one episode, because I've noticed when I edit the videos playback, I'm like, God damn, every second sentence I'm saying I definitely need to work on that as a commentator. So the Skelly Boys have moved off, so this lets us head further south. Now I could put a Herdstone here to control it, I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can. Yeah, we can't. Let's do nothing. And we're going to chill there. And we're just going to move further south. These guys aren't doing much. These guys aren't doing much. Let's see if we can get that Bray Shaman. We need to go to here. Okay. Lords and Heroes. Bray Shaman. Let's just do that a couple of times. Don't want to do Beasts. Don't want to do Death. Shadow is really good. Actually, Wild. Passive Rowdy. What is that? What is that passive? I don't know what it is. Corn's Fury. Passive Frenzy. Let's get Pood Huif. Pood Huif. Okay. Comes out at level 6. It's pretty nice. Devolve. Apparently that's a pretty good. Causes damage to combatants. Pretty good. Vile Tide. This was the explosion. That's really good as well. Charge bonus, Vigor, Braze Scream, Lure of the Wild, minus speed and damage per second, strong versus single target. Let's spread the points out. Really nice. So he'll be really good addition. Let's go into scouting. Lord not moved. Okay. Alright, so there's Throg. Got a Gift of Slanesh. That ritual's complete.
This will fail.
Shakia. We'll have to keep an eye on her. But let's push on. A close victory. I don't know about this one. So let's fight this one, guys. This will be our last fight here. I know we're going to smash them quite quickly, but we haven't seen the Norska fight too much, and we just got our Gorgon back. So let's get into it. Let's crack some skulls for battle number 6. Okay, welcome to another fight against the Norskans, but this time we are in a human settlement that's occupied by the Norskans. Now, we had 3 entry points into the settlement, and the strategy was, well, the garrison wasn't strong, so there really is no strategy here other than get in as fast as we can and kill as quickly as possible. Basically, that's our strategy. So this side, we got our Pestigors, our Nurgle spawn, and our magnificent boy here, the Gorgon. The Regiment of Renowned Gorgon. And yeah, you know, this side gets wiped out super quickly. They try and reinforce here with this unit of Marauder Axemen, but doesn't go well for them. Does not go well for them, especially with this big boy. Now, moving over toward the middle of the fight, they set up a barricade here, which, you know, not too concerning since we're going to capture this point. Now, again, they had their skirmisher cavalry, which, you know, is a great target for our harpies. Even these throwing axemen, these marauder throwing axemen, also a great target for our harpies. They shred them and they tie down so they can't throw their axes, which is lovely, right? Great. Now, over on the first flank where we see Morgo charging in at the start, we have a unit of axemen here waiting for the charge. And this looks epic. I just love watching these two armies clash, these 2 units. Have a look at this. Isn't that cool, right? Beastmen charging into Vikings. Now, my Gore Herd are a lot more trained, they're a lot more experienced units, and they're dual wielding, so they're going to do good damage. And yeah, really, really nice. Really, really cool to watch, but these poor units have no chance. No chance. Especially with the archers in the back as well. And we should be seeing the Shadowgave. There he is. Here is the Shadowgave himself. Again, getting into melee. And we also see his ability, Final Transmutation, where a dying unit gets turned into Chaos Spawn. So their units become our units, and we keep charging on through. And now they're running. We've done it. I mean, it was a small garrison. We went in hard and fast. Obviously, this was going to be the outcome, but really awesome to see. I mean, look at this army march toward the center of the city. What a great win. Alright guys, an easy fight. Now, very quick, and all cinematic battles can't be nice and long and super epic, but that was definitely a lot of fun, and good to see Morga getting in there and kicking some ass, right? So let's move him back. I want to move him a little bit more east because I want to know what these guys are doing, and actually they're going to go for this, aren't they? Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Let's go. Actually, let's hold off on the cash because Throg is definitely going to attack that next turn. We're probably going to lose this. I should have been a little bit more attentive. Anyway. Yeah, let's go. Lord not moved. Let's see what Malagor can do. So they didn't come and reinforce. They still haven't pushed down here towards this, which is good. They have an army on the outside, and they have an army there. Let's see if we can just snipe them. A Pyrrhic victory against all of that. Alright. I definitely don't think we can win this, as it's not... Nah, let's retreat. Yeah, let's be smart. Be smart. Let's go push up on this in that case. Take that decisive victory. And raise it. Get the healing. And just put pressure on them. See what they're going to do. They're going to move to one of these, and I'm going to catch one of their armies and just slowly chip away from them. Let's ignore that. Malagor, Zoosh, the rat, the rat eater. He can't move in. We can recruit a little bit more. Let's go. No. Let's get you. And we can get one more, which will be the hero. So let's leave it like that. Khazrak can't move. And let's put some points in, guys. 1 point. Morga the Shadow gave. Let's upgrade his foul premonitions. Get that ambush skill up. More. Oh my god. Charity the Wargore. Okay, we're making this guy more killy. Let's make him a bit more defensive, which is the opposite of killy. But guys, that's it. I'm out of battles. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. It was really fun. Thank you for joining me. It's great. You know, things are starting to kick up with this series. In fact, I'm looking to do maybe some multiplayer fights. I am terrible at multiplayer, but we're not here to see how good I am. We're here to see some awesome cinematic fights. So it would be interesting to see how we go against some of you guys, some players. So really fun. So if you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you in the next one, okay guys? So hooroo, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Mobs,